We'll wait for another 15-30 seconds. Then we'll start it, guys. Thanks for joining this webinar. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining the webinar. My name is Rajesh Mangolikar. I'm working here as a Director SAP Services. We, Realtus Technology, a global technology consulting firm that partners across SAP and Salesforce to bring together customer experience and technology in healthcare and real estate with offices in over 5 countries. Our offerings includes implementation, consulting, development and design, and post-go live managed services support to the customers across the globe. Today's webinar is on SAP Analytics evaluation trends and tools. It's my pleasure to introduce Shreyas. Shreyas comes with an experience of more than 19 years. His expertise includes SAP Analytics and Power BI. He is an SAP Certified Application Associate, BW and S4HANA consultant. He has also done the certification in Embedded Analytics and SAP HANA 2.0. It's over to Shreyash for next presentation.
Thanks a lot, Rajesh, for the fantastic introduction. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session, SAP Analytics, Evolution, Trends and Tools. Today, we will be going through SAP Analytics tools, how they've evolved, what are the common changes which all the organizations are facing at the moment, and how current tools and trends are addressing those. Data. Data is one of the most essential part of one's identity today. Every tool and technology that we use generates data footprint for us. The kind of data that we possess and how we represent it goes a long way in defining the brand that we are. For organizations, branding is an essential part of their existence itself. With every bit of their business process, organizations are generating a lot of data. This data is the most valuable asset of an organization. All this data is being used to identify trends, to generate valuable insights, and that is how organizations are able to grow and evolve. So how do they do that? They do that via analytics. So what is analytics? Analytics is the process of discovering, interpreting, and communicating significant actionable patterns in data. Analytics can be categorized mainly into 4 types. Descriptive analytics, what happened? This is the analytics where users are going through all the past data, even current data, and trying to identify trends, which will give them actionable items. Then there is diagnostic analytics. Diagnostic analytics, why did something happen? They go through certain trends, they try to identify the margin or some insights which they can implement in order to further improve their business processes. Then there is predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is what is likely to happen. We leverage on complex mathematical formulas, AI/ML algorithms to identify based on the current trend and past trend, what can be the future. Then there is prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics further leverages on predictive analytics and tries to come up with recommendations. What all are the possible actions which will affect a business process positively and will be good for the organization? Descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics are dependent on human intelligence. Users should be trained and should be intelligent enough to leverage full advantage out of it. While predictive analytics and prescriptive analytics are mainly algorithm driven. The advanced tools which are available in today's era are able to perform these tasks for the users. Now, let's go and see some of the challenges which organizations are facing. Organizations have accumulated several types of tools which are designed to carry out specific tasks. All these different tools coagulate to create complexity in any analytics landscape. Data which is available with the organizations from their several data entry systems have to be adjusted for a tool to be able to leverage on it. All these adaptations make business context to be lost. Therefore, all these technology first approaches where tools are identified first and the data is processed via ETL and transformed, you lose all the context, and then organizations have to further invest to be able to rebuild all that context. That's an irony. There is no agility in all these solutions. You have to have long development cycles to be able to come up with product. Probably it loses its relevance by that time. There are different silos. There are departments in organizations which are using different tools. They have certain set of data, but they are not sharing it. Probably if certain set of data which is available, if it is shared amongst other departments, organization will benefit a lot more. These are all the factors which are preventing an organization from harnessing full capacity of its analytical landscape. Now, before we go to see how current trends are addressing all these issues, let's have a quick look at how these tools have evolved. SAP Analytics began with the tool SAP BW or BIW as it was launched, and it was launched around 1997. This was a primarily data warehousing tool. It had inbuilt ETL capabilities as well as reporting capabilities. The idea was to take away all the reporting load from your OLTP systems, ECC R3 systems. It leveraged on OLAP engine and was destined to perform all the aggregation and slice and dice operations very seamlessly. Then this SAP BW tool emerged into SAP BI with introduction of NetWeaver. But then soon SAP acquired business objects and then it was again renamed to BW. Business objects became the premier business intelligence tool, which is true till date. Business objects became the business intelligence tool. And then with evolution of HANA, we also saw performance related issues go away from BW. BW became more performant and it was much more efficient data warehouse. Then there came in BW for HANA. BW for HANA as a data warehousing solution was completely redesigned. It was a completely different product from ground up. And it has no or minimal similarities when you compare it with BW. That's why the new versioning itself. SAP BW for HANA and business objects both come with private cloud editions. Talking about cloud, SAP Analytics Cloud is the one-stop solution which is there for cloud-based reporting, analytics, and planning. It provides you almost all the analytical functionalities which you can imagine in a tool today, and that too with the goodness of cloud. Data Warehousing Cloud was launched around 2019. It was completely cloud-based data warehousing solution. It has evolved into DATASPHERE from current year, that is 2023. DATASPHERE is the evolution of Data Warehousing Cloud, and it combines Data Warehousing Cloud with Data Intelligence Cloud. We will see all these tools separately in subsequent slides. Now moving on to the current trends. In current scenario, organizations are looking for data first approach. So rather than bringing data to technology, they want to take technology to data. They want to keep data as it is available in all the source systems. They want to put right data in right people's hand at right time. They want to do enterprise level planning. It makes a lot of difference when several business processes across the organizations are improved just that little bit rather than focusing on one particular business process and making it better. Then all these tools provide us with faster time to market. There are tools which are enabling quicker deployment, and there are structures which can be reused within the tools itself. They are also adaptable, and they are addressing all the changing customer requirements. They are unifying all the data into one and also leveraging on all the cutting edge technologies coming via ML and AI. So why SAP Analytics? SAP Analytics helps you elevate your current analytic landscape to the next level. SAP has lots of past experience and industry expertise, which they put into their business contents. They also have advisories. They also give a lot of good best practices which are available across the tools, which you can consume out of the box. It helps elevate your current landscape drastically. Also, with the latest tools, it is possible to empower correct people with right set of data. They can go through certain catalogs and they are able to access the data. They are able to find that data and use it. And then all these tools are very agile with quicker time to market, and they are adaptable. All these tweaks and changes that you want in a solution to adapt to customers' requirement, that you can do very quickly. Also, all these tools are wide range. So if you want to have a completely cloud native analytics solution, you have that opportunity. You can leverage on your on-premise solutions with a cloud-based front-ending. Or if you want to have all of your analytics solutions on-premise, that is also possible. Now, let's move to the next slide, which is some possible scenarios which can occur in current world. So in current world scenario, this is a slide where we've only depicted SAP related boxes. There is a lot of complexity which comes into picture when non-SAP interfaces are taken into account. However, we wanted to depict what will be essentially SAP product catalog, which you can leverage on to be able to build a good enough analytical solution. So you can leverage on-premise S4HANA, you can go for on-cloud S4HANA, depending on your organization's need. But we are talking about our analytic solutions. So when you want to have your analytical systems on-premise, then you can go for BW4HANA, because BW4HANA is the premier on-premise data warehousing tool from SAP. Also, if you want to leverage on this on-premise solution with a cloud-based solution, then you can connect it to your SAP Analytics Cloud as well. Also, if you want to have a scenario where you want to have all your analytics on cloud, then you can go for DATASPHERE, which also has inbuilt SSE capabilities, and combine them with SSE goodness with all the planning functionalities and everything. So these two are the solutions where we are leveraging on a new set of tools when we want to develop a solution from scratch. It's also called as greenfield scenario. Now, there can be scenarios where customer already has invested a lot in their current solution. So they have BW on HANA, then they still want to leverage on all the goodness which is coming up with latest tools. So HANA as a database itself is a very powerful tool itself. So if you have a BW on HANA, you can leverage it and you can connect it to SAP Analytics Cloud, or you can even consume it via BO, and you can leverage on all the goodness which is coming in with the latest additions. Also, in current year, SAP Analytics Cloud and DATASPHERE have been instrumental, the latest in the tool, but also HANA on Cloud, which is database as a service. That is also one of the most successful and awarded tool from SAP. HANA on Cloud, as it says, it's a database, but it can do much more. And there are organizations who are leveraging on that goodness by connecting them to all the legacy systems like ECC, even non-SAP source systems. And they are trying to leverage the goodness of HANA by consuming it either in SAP Analytics Cloud, or it can be a base for all your non-SAP front-ending tools as well, like Power BI. As I said, these are only a few scenarios which we are depicting, but there can be multiple scenarios which we can face, and SAP can work around all those things. Also, all these are just workarounds. But if you want to really leverage on all the cutting edge things which SAP has to offer, you should really go on to the next set of platforms which are available with Rise with SAP. Now, let's have a detailed look on all these tools. SAP Analytics Cloud, as we said, it's a one-stop solution, and it has a very rich roadmap. It is going to be developed and probably become the premier solution in terms of all front-ending. It is already embedded in all the cutting-edge latest cloud-based applications, which are also called line of business. So all these line of business solutions have SAP integrated. Also, the latest tool, DATASPHERE, which has come into picture, that is also leveraging on SAC as a one-stop solution for their front-ending tools. Now, what all are the functionalities which SAP Analytics Cloud can perform? So it can give you business intelligence reports. It can give you augmented analytics report. It can give you enterprise level planning. There are different types of planning which you can do and integrate, and that will give you a consolidated financial plan or enterprise level plan. Then there are some pre-configured tools like Digital Boardroom, which you can leverage with. Analytic catalog and analytical applications make it easier for users to interact with the reports. It is also mobile friendly. On top of it, it gives us predictive planning capabilities. It gives us extended planning, predictive planning, and the collaboration during planning itself can be handled within the same tool itself. And also there are inbuilt AI capabilities which we can leverage on, along with the standard business content which is provided as a part of SAP Analytics Cloud. The next tool which I want to talk about is DATASPHERE. DATASPHERE is recently launched. It is launched in March. It is a solution which is enabling data fabric in a landscape. It has very strong integration capabilities. You can connect several tools, different types of tools. You can even leverage on your hyperscalers. You can leverage on several big data capabilities. You can bring in all the data with context in DATASPHERE and generate models with very high business context and business-friendly terminologies, so that it is easier for business to understand and work with all these data in a self-service manner. Also, there is something called data marketplace. In data marketplace, you can leverage on all the researches which are going on, all the benchmarking data which is available via different vendors. And you can call on that data, integrate it within your solution to be able to see and compare where you are standing against the benchmarks. Also, it is integrated with SAC seamlessly. So in SAP Analytics Cloud, you have to replicate data whenever you want to go for planning models. But with DATASPHERE, you can work with the actual data which is available in DATASPHERE for your planning. Your DATASPHERE and SAP Analytics Cloud communicate via public API whenever you're doing your planning. Also, it gives you the flexibility to have live connections where you don't have to persist most of the data which is coming in. Since it is context-rich data, you can even build specific spaces for every one of your business process, which can interact together and orchestrate to give you self-service data access on a larger landscape of data. Also, it acts as base for your planning and analytics and all your intelligent data landscape. Then there is a platform itself, which is also cloud-based. It sits on top of hyperscalers, and it allows you to integrate different types of cloud-based applications, which SAP has in its repertoire. It allows you to go pro code. It allows you to give low code applications. It gives you all kinds of planning, financial planning, supply chain planning, and so on and so forth. It gives you different types of analytics, including HANA on cloud and SAP Analytics Cloud. DataSphere anyhow is a part of it. It also gives you the leverage with MDG. Also, there are a lot of artificial intelligence-based libraries which are available, business services, and AI Core and Launchpad. It has a very strong integration with SAP Integration Suite. This results in a unified platform experience across all the applications that you want to use. So with that, I would like to stop here, and I would like to thank you all for attending and would like to pass the baton to Rajesh again. Thank you again.
Thanks, Reyes, for a wonderful session. It was really informative. You have touched all the landscapes. At the same time, you were able to tell us what is happening across the SAP roadmap, what SAP is thinking. You talk about SAP Analytics. You discuss about the how we'll be able to use SAP Analytics for on premises as well as on cloud. And the best part, you have touched it with the SAP BTP also. So when you were presenting, there were a couple of questions which I received from the audience, and we have another 5 minutes. Let's discuss all these questions. So first question, why do we need DataSphere when we can connect to the several types of sources and create data models in SAP Analytics Cloud? Shresh, you have to unmute yourself, please.
Sorry for that. So basically, DataSphere and SAP Analytics Cloud, these two are completely different tools in the sense that they are created for a different purpose altogether. SAP Data Warehouse Cloud or DataSphere now, that was mainly the data warehousing solution, which was created to, as we said, to give you harmonized data, standardized data, to be able to give you flexibility to work with data in large volumes, and you can do large ETL functionalities with that particular data. SAP Analytics Cloud is mainly a front-end heavy, you can say front-end heavy tool, which has a lot of functionality in terms of augmented analytics, machine learning. There are lots of insightful things that you can do with the data, but it's not really recommended to go and perform very high volume data transformations with SAP DataSphere, with SAP Analytics Cloud, which you can perform with SAP DataSphere. So that is the primary difference. And also with DataSphere in the backend and the seamless integration with SAP Analytics Cloud, I think we already have both of them as one product. It is really easy to work with DataSphere, and it leverages the goodness of both. So that is, I hope I answered the question. Yeah.
Thanks, Reyes. During your presentation, you have discussed many tools which we can utilize for the data analytics. But as a business, it is really difficult for us how we can achieve faster time to market with these new tools. Will you be able to guide us how we will be able to achieve quicker time so that we can able to use these new tools?
Sure, sure. So I think this is one of the things which SAP has been taking seriously, and they've already released a lot of business content with previous business warehouse versions as well. So the first and foremost way, as I think, is to provide industry expertise, to provide templates via all these business content which is available. So with S4 HANA, with BW for HANA, SAP Analytics Cloud, as well as DataSphere, there are a lot of standard templates. There are a lot of flows which you can just install and leverage on it. Also, all these tools have capabilities where you can create a model with a subset of data, maybe loading via file or something, and then later converting it and pointing it to the remote table itself. Also, all the front-end tools which have evolved over the period of time, like Business Application Studio. These are all the latest tools where you have the flexibility to work with Git. The version management is easier, and deployment of all these objects is easier. Also, with DataSphere and SAP Analytics Cloud, there is a possibility to connect these two tools in multiple ways. The tenants can cross connect. So all these are the factors which contribute towards faster product development and less time to market.
Thanks, Resh. I think today we have got very good audience, because when you are presenting your PPTs and all these stuff, what has happened? Somebody has keenly seen your slides and they are asking, when you are mentioning that the BTP can leverage on hyperscalers, the question from the audience is, what do you mean by hyperscalers? Will be able to tell us the more about the what is hyperscalers?
Sure, sure, certainly. So hyperscalers basically are all your cloud providers which provide you with different types of infrastructure. So it's mainly about managing the computing capacity and storage capacity in a cloud environment. And mainly at this moment, there are several cloud providers like Google, there is Azure, and also there is AWS. So all these are called hyperscalers because these are providing you with all these cloud infrastructures. Also, when we talk about BTP's key factor is openness. So it is designed to work with multi-cloud environment, and that's why it is able to connect to these hyperscalers and can be a part of all these solutions and can leverage on hyperscalers per se. So that is what it is.
Okay. So this is last question. Somebody is saying that he is currently pursuing masters in data analytics in US, and he has 2 years of experience on SAP Analytics and BW HANA. Can I know how to leverage my profile to find a job in US market? I think if you are able to answer this, it's good. Otherwise, I'll request him to get in touch with you on the LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we can definitely get in touch, but I mean, at this moment, when you look at the trend, the planning capabilities of SAP Analytics Cloud is something to be looked at, because with on-premise solution not being preferable anymore, so our clients preferring SAP Analytics Cloud for planning, SAP Analytics Cloud planning, and that too predictive planning. This is something which is one of the most potent skills in SAP domain, and I'm pretty sure it will find a job in any country at this moment, at least. This is my assessment of it. But as I said, I'm not an expert, and especially I'm not really aware about the US market. But this is what my thoughts are. Thank you.
Yep. The user has not put his name, but I can request him. You can talk to the people on LinkedIn profile, and you can get they will guide you. So it's thanks, Shreyash. It's near about we are overshooting the the time. Thanks everybody for joining this webinar. If you have any questions which are unanswered, you can drop us an email at sales@realtors.com and your all questions and queries will be resolved. Thanks for joining the call and have a good day or good night. Take care, guys. Thanks for the webinar. We will close this webinar. Thanks, Suresh, once again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.